other side of that, the beauty of following your passion. So there's definitely the challenging part, but what would make someone go through all of what Robert just said, unless there was something there that they were following that they actually felt was worth it? Because there's something about being able to pursue what you want to do. Tell me a little bit about that, and why do you think that's important for people to pursue their passion?
That is so key to me, because so many people don't really like what they're doing every day. And to really get into your passion, your hobby, whatever that is, and then make that your day, make that your business, make that the thing that's going to be with you all the time. And you know what it is. And if you don't, someone close to you knows what it is. I remember as a little child, my parents saying, "Oh, he's a born salesman." And within that, it just grew into me. And in raising my children, as my parents raised me, I would coach them with, don't let anyone tell you no if you know you're right. I don't mean dead right. I don't mean, do something that's going to offend someone. But if you know you're right about your passion and what you can offer others, that's the key to your success. And within that, what came about for me, what came about for them, what came about to people I've coached, is that they found that they had something different, but it was really who they were. And that's their passion. And if you could stay with your passion, again, going back to what Robert said, things can go here, and then you're going to have to write checks to your business, and things will go. But it's yours, and you're excited about it. It could be that you're a teacher and you're just passionate about the children and doing that. It could be that you're into crafts and making jewelry. And then by building the team around you, if it's something I don't do well, it's really finding the people who can write the business plan for me, who could do the accounting for me, so I can do the sales. And within that, get the one accountant, get the one person who can be your key assistant, who's a passionate person in that realm. And that's, to me, a major platform to grow, to build, and to love your day. That's what it's really all about.
Now, Edward, you get some very important things there. You talked about, first of all, understanding your passion. And I think, Edward made a good point that I want to really make sure you caught, is sometimes you don't even see what you're passionate about and other people see it, because we're looking deep through a lens that we've created through our childhood and through many things that we want it to be. But sometimes other people, they can just point it right out. Wow, you can sell. God, you're good with numbers. Or, wow, you should be at this. And sometimes you should listen to that voice, because sometimes it's an uninterrupted view of what really comes through where you're concerned. Now, once we've kind of tapped into that, and you talked about being wise about what you surround yourself with. Now, Hezekiah, I want to throw this at you. Once a person kind of knows they want to do something, they find someone about their passion, but people sit at home waiting for that success to fall on them. So wanting to know, where do I start? I know I want to be this, I know I want to potentially explore that, but how do I get into the game? How do I get started? What is the first option? How long do I wait for something to happen to me?
Well, I think the most difficult thing an entrepreneur faces is realizing what their purpose is. Edward has identified an example of how you could find your purpose, right? Your purpose is very important because it's something that you act on every day of your life. In my business, I've been in business for 17 years, right? It'll be 18 in January. And every day of my life, I have to be committed to what I say I'm committed to. That's just the legacy that I've created as an entrepreneur. Now, in terms of starting your business, the first thing that you do is you identify what those things are about you that you feel like you can work and do, right? So a lot of us like basketball, but if you can't play basketball, that would just be, ridiculous for you to think that you're going to play basketball. That's going to be your career. You might need to look at it from a different perspective. Maybe I want to be a basketball team owner, right? And so if that's what you want to do, you got to find somebody who's done it already, right? I believe in mentorship. I mentor a lot of people, and mentorship is essential to developing the correct career path that you want in your life. And part of mentorship is also, working and being an apprentice for someone other than yourself. And sometimes that requires that you have an attitude that you don't need to be paid to do so. So many of y'all want to get paid for something you ain't an expert in. It's just ridiculous. So I'm not going to hire somebody who don't know what they're doing, expecting to get paid to do it. I got to train you, got to teach you. You got to allow yourself to learn, and the best way to do that is to work for someone without material reward, ad honorem, as they say in Latin. And so that's the second thing. The third thing is to take the advice and the knowledge and to develop your business as you believe it will best fit you. Right. I was saying to Edward yesterday, Jamar, one of the people from Michael Parker Enterprises, about how sometimes we look at a problem and we try to create a completely new solution to it. We try to make it, work in a completely new realm. One of the most fascinating things that I think about when you drive down the highway every day is you notice the wheels on those cars have been the same since the wheel was created. It is the same shape. It moves the same way. It just has a different material, and sometimes it's a little bigger than normal, right? So it's not about reinventing the wheel in most cases. It's about providing a new application to the wheel, right? So some of us try to create something new out of nothing. That's not necessary, right? There's a lot of people that start businesses that are the same as somebody else's. Like there's probably a lot of similarities between my business and his business, or my business and his business, or Michael Parker's business and the kind of business that you guys want to develop. The difference is the way you put your personality and the way you believe you're going to be successful in running your business. That's a part of corporate thought leadership. It's part of the corporate culture that you're creating. And that goes into the consumer dialogue. And there's a whole bunch of other stuff that I would tell you, moving from left to right to left to right. But generally, that's where you want to be. You want to be in those three lanes, because if you're there, then you're almost in the right place. Whether you succeed or fail ends up being how disciplined and dedicated you are to your idea. And let me finish on this last point. In all of my life, as young as I am, and I've traveled all over the world, I have never met anybody in my life who worked hard every day of their life and was not happy about where they were at the end. Think about that.